Gonna tell you something about how media can work it when they try and radicalization someone, right? If you say you are a young teenager and you are there is a knowledge about you from that you are targeting, for example, you've been abused, right? You're maybe having an environment of abusers in your community. That could be a teacher, a church person, a scout person. So you actually have some pillars around this child or these children, right? That's one thing, because we know that I know that also that abuse is in a way making you hostile because you're scared of other people. It may be also making you feel alienated. You might feel different than other people because you can't really do the same thing, right? That's one thing. But about this kind of turning people down, so meaning that it could also be a young refugee, it could be a former convict, it could be anybody, a normal person with a normal job, right? So what they do is they actually they sort of hack your internet. And if you're a young person, that will be your gambling. So if you're playing on your PC, you are only talking to hackers. Some of them very nice, some of them grooming, some of them not nice, right? So you're actually boxed in. And if you make phone calls, they use the same methods as surveillance police, meaning that your calls are taped, right? And some of the callers are, if it was a police investigation, there will be police people. But in this case, it will be media people. It could also be like media people working on a case. So basically, you would sort of be in the hands of a person like Murdoch, right? Your phone, your IT network is so-called, it's a sort of box, right? And this does that you're not accessing the real world. You cannot connect to coming new jobs. You can't connect to friends. You can't. Some of your family members may, even if they're far away, be disconnected, right? So basically, you are alienated. So they're building up, they construct a sort of world that's artificial. And if they are then work it as, are you going to make a crime kind of offer, right? That's how they do it. And if you are a sort of person that the media sort out, could be a person that they could bring down in justice, which is not just justice. It's also like liberal things as lawyers that might even harm you, even they're working for you, right? There might be one corrupted police person, there might be one corrupted court person, maybe a pedophile. So basically you can make a setup. When they have a massive media case, let's say young man turn out to be criminal or political criminal, religious criminal. He's maybe like, let's say for example, we have young man is a satanic cult killer. How do they become that? Yeah, you could say they maybe was exposed to something, probably, right? But how do they actually grow up to become? And why is it exposed all over national TV and there's written books and make analysis and film? It's an industry. And that boy who was once exposed, who were never discovered as a victim, he was kind of groomed into being a media sensation, right? If you don't believe me, ask the clever people, but that's how they do it. It's not an accident that somebody becomes a sort of media explorer. You could say, for example, Ted Bundy, that everybody thinks he's a serial killer, I think he's more likely a hitman. He might even be an irate terrorist. He might even be like an Italian hitman that's got away, You might even not know him. You might think that he's a criminal and maybe he's not. He's a real mystery, right? But you certainly got like a media cover, and what's it worth? It's billions. Just like missing people are billions in right articles, YouTube's TV channel, analyzes, books, film. It's an industry. And the criminals will always be ahead of it because they're the media.